To the Rich Myers Podcast Show. Welcome to the Rich Myers Podcast Show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Myers, and welcome to the Rich Myers Podcast Show. I'm here tonight with Suzanne Gladstone.
That's right.
Uh,
That's me.
okay. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Just chilling today. It's actually pretty warm. I don't know. It's not very wintry today, but it's all good.
It's 46 here today in Waynesboro, Virginia.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm actually in Colorado right now, and it's about 70, which is surprising.
Wow.
Yeah. It snowed a couple weeks ago. It was like buried in snow. Now it's like summer outside.
I listened to your track, Loner Lullaby.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you.
It put me in the mind of like bullying or something,
Mm-hmm.
like you was being bullied.
Well, yeah. Most of my life, so I'm used to being a loner. That's where the title comes from.
What influenced the song?
Pretty much my life. Since I was a kid, people bullied me. I used to be very shy and timid and quiet. So, people like to pick on people like that because they think, they're bigger and better. But just because I'm quiet doesn't mean, I'm a loser or something. So, yeah, it's just my story of saying, hey, I built myself from the ground up, no matter what people did. And, it is what it is. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You got to grow from the pain. So I like to write and sing to do that.
Usually the quiet ones, the ones you got to worry about.
That's what they're learning, right? They'll learn eventually, That's right.
Let's play the song.
I've always been a loner. In my mind I stand alone. I see the path before me, bare of footsteps, only stone. As a child I poured my tears out every night before I'd sleep. And who was there to wipe my tears? No one, it was only me. Every day I'd walk to school, the kids would call my name. But no, they were not my friends, they only wanted to cause me pain. Maybe because I was shy and didn't follow the crowd. Maybe I was just too nice, they wanted to break me down. I've always been a loner. In my mind I stand alone. I see the path before me, bare of footsteps, only stone. As a child I poured my tears out every night before I sleep. And who was there to wipe my tears? No one, it was me. Echoes fill the night like a runaway train. guess you miss me. Maybe you'll come back one day, only to find I was living a life. It was better off this way.
It was a pretty good song.
You like that one? I have some
Yes,
full
it's
tracks with full band and everything. This one I actually did myself over a track I really liked. And on that album, Let's Stand Together, those were all recorded mostly by myself. And I just did like one track takes and no, vocal editing or anything, just straight takes and mixing in. And but my other album, Dreamer, that's all like I took to the studio and had studio musicians play, and full band setup if people like that too. So
okay. Um, can you tell me about any other songs, concerts, and what's next?
right now, I just moved, so I'm just trying to get my feet planted in the ground and actually meet some new musicians and stuff to start playing out again. I was in San Diego, so I don't really have all the same contacts that I had there, but I'm just looking forward to, eventually getting back out there and performing. Yesterday, I went to like a radio station around here and I was doing like an open mic thing and they did an interview with me. So hopefully that'll open some doors. And as far as big concerts, not quite yet, but I definitely will want to be doing that soon. And that's my goal, is to get out there and perform in front of large audiences and share my music and things I've been through, and hopefully inspire others to do the same and help them on their journeys.
Okay. Are you from a musical family or?
Not really. I'm pretty much the only one in my family that's a singer, and I taught myself guitar about 5 years ago. So that's fairly new, but I've been writing since I was 12, and started putting them into songs like in my, not even until like my 30s. I tried messing around like when I was younger, but they weren't all that great. But in my 30s, I met a duo partner and we were writing songs together when I lived in Pittsburgh for about 7 years. And we played around there and then moved to San Diego and we were playing around that area. And then I just started writing on my own. And that's where the Dreamer album and Let's Stand Together album came from. I just sat in my room and would, come up with songs. And then the Dreamer album, like I said, I went to the studio and had the musicians kind of do a retake on the demos. And the Let's Stand Together album, that one was like more of a demo track CD, but I figured, hey, I don't have the money to pay everybody right now, so I'm just gonna put it out there and see if people like it just as is, and eventually, get them on stage and perform for people. you know.
Do you got a certain track that means more than others for you?
Well, Loner Lullaby, that I really like that one, even though it's just over a track, but it's one that's very personal for me, talking about, just growing up pretty much being a loner and having to figure life out by myself. The first one I did that I released was, I'm pretty sure, Dreamer, even though I had released 3 country songs before that. But Dreamer, I don't know, it's just like it talks about the struggle of being a dreamer and having, big hopes and this passion towards wanting something so much bigger. And you just feel like it takes forever to get there. And it's so hard to see what's going to happen or if it's ever going to happen. And I think a lot of musicians and people who are in the arts feel that way, on their journey before they, get there. And it's a struggle for everybody. And hopefully you don't give up. And that's kind of what it's talking about. So yeah, my song Dreamer. And then another song is I am my own kind of pretty. It's basically saying like, people can judge you and look at you and think you're one way or whatever, but you're saying I am my own kind of pretty, like no matter what you look like, no matter who you are, your background, what you believe in, you can stand out and be beautiful the way you are. Like you don't have to prove anything to anybody else. I really like that one.
Yeah. Every, everybody's unique.
That's right. Be as weird and crazy as you want to be, and whatever you are, that's who you are, and you shouldn't compare yourself to other people because you're unique the way you are, basically.
Yeah, if you like the everybody, the life would be boring.
Exactly. And that's what you see a lot is, people trying to copy other artists or like copy the way somebody dresses. And it's like, it's fine to get some inspiration. Like that's cool. But I don't know, like just copy and paste. Like, do you really want to copy and paste society? I mean, I don't. I think it's great seeing somebody that stands out and they have their own voice and they don't agree with everything everybody says and they're not a people pleaser and they have something to say and they have something to I don't know, they just want to be different. So there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be copy and paste. I think the internet makes it a lot easier for people to do that because they can just watch people's page and kind of just steal their content. Whereas back in the day, you didn't really have that. So besides TV. Yeah.
What do you like about being a musician?
Well, I feel like it was just always in me. Like music was what helped me to just get through my struggles. I didn't have an easy upbringing and it was just what I went to. I went to writing and I went to music and that always helped heal my emotions and I had a lot of heavy emotions as a child and I needed a way to express it because I didn't know how other than writing and listening to music and singing. So I think it just came naturally. I don't know, like music always just touched me in that way. It drew me in and it was, I can't even imagine living without it. I don't think I could even get where I am today without having that as like my comfort, you know, just being able to express yourself is important, I think.
It was like an outlet for you.
Yeah. If I didn't have that, I don't know. That's why a lot of people get messed up, because they don't find a healthy outlet to express themselves. And nobody taught me to do that. It's just something that it just came from my soul and drew me in and I followed that. And I could have easily given that up. There's times where I felt like I should, because you just lose hope. But, it's the only thing that brings me back in too. So I think it's great to find something you're passionate about and
Oh,
stick to it. And hopefully it's not a bad thing.
where can people go to your videos, and events?
They can go to YouTube. I post all my live videos of me playing guitar. I do covers and my originals on my YouTube page, which is Gladstone Song. It's Gladstone song. So they find me on YouTube. And also my music is streaming worldwide. And they can just look me up under my full name that's right here, Suzanne, Gladstone. So I have 2 albums out. And my first album, Dreamer, I released all those songs as singles. And I actually forgot when I released the Dreamer album to put my song Paralyzed on there. So if you're ever searching my album Dreamer, just look up Paralyzed and find the single on there because that's a really great song. And I just can't believe I missed that one on to add to that album. But if you find that album, you'll also find my other album, Let's Stand Together. I can't remember how many songs I have on each one, probably between 12 and 14 songs. And I also released a Christmas song last year. It's a take off of Jingle Bells. It's called Jingle Jingle Bells, and I added my own lyrics to it. So you'll recognize most of the lyrics, but then I do my own thing. And if people are interested in downloading that or hearing it during Christmas, that's cool. And they can also find Christmas concerts on my YouTube page. If they search in Suzanne Gladstone Christmas, they'll find the concert on there and they can hear some Christmas music. But yeah, they just search me on there. I'm on Facebook at Suzanne Gladstone, Instagram, Suzanne_Gladstone_music.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on the show today. I really enjoyed having you.
No problem. I love your laughing and upbeat personality. You're a good guy, it seems like. Do you always interview just musicians?
Um, Mostly, yes.
Yeah. Are you a musician yourself?
Dad was.
Yeah.
He used to open up for the Statler Brothers and
Oh, wow.
Stanton.
And so you're just a big fan. You like to get to know inside details of people. That's really cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. How'd you start your podcast? You just decided one day?
It was probably about 10. Well, I've been at it for about 12 years now.
Wow. That's great. Good for you.
I had a lot of people come through here. Maggie
I bet.
May.
I think that's great. You're bringing. I like that you bring people's talent to light. That's a great thing for the musicians, and you're helping the world one person at a time. So that's great. And I appreciate you having me on here, and I'll be happy to come back on another time and share some more songs if you want.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.